or your enabled passwords are on clear text. Do you see? Enable password is Cisco123. How do I solve this problem? I don't want anyone who will have access to this router to view this password. I want to grant him an access without seeing what is that password. Okay, it's very simple. We go back to conf.ter. Okay, we try the following command. Instead of doing this command, enable password whatever, we will write enable secret, and we will see the results how they're reflected. So enable secret, okay, and let's enable the password. Choose any password, for example Zayed123, okay, and show running config. Now enable secret. Can you read Zayed123? It's encrypted over here. Can you read the original one that was that we set over here? Yes, you can. This is why you have to disable it. Okay, this one is currently in effect. Enable secret. It's protected with MD5 hash. Fine. So this is the privilege of using the enable secret command. Fine. There is a way of giving you message the minute you log into your router. This message, for example, will welcome you or will warn you for not using this device or not changing any of the configuration. So simply, it's a way of viewing a message just like you have in Windows Server. You know, the Windows Server, when you configure the Active Directory, you have the option of sending messages to some users the minute they log into okay, they will see that message. Fine. So let's see how do we configure that message. Question: is it important to know how to configure this? An answer: yes, it's very important, since most of the questions in CCNA final exams, they ask you to configure something called the banner method. The banner method, it is the message. The minute you log into your router, this message is gonna be viewed on your screen. So we will go ahead and show you how to configure banner method message. Okay, so by the way, configuring it is very easy. It's a piece of cake. Okay, so you just come over here. Yeah, was it hard? Yeah, and by the way, it's used. It has it has a purpose. For example, of warning a user to not change any of the configuration, or delivering message or doing whatever. Okay, so it's very easy. Conf ter. Okay, all what I need to do is to issue the banner method. We have a different banner message. Okay, and over here what you put, okay, welcome to Zayed University. Okay, here you go. We're closing it. Yeah, we're using the hash. Okay, if I use the hash. Okay, yeah, now we will see. We will see what this hash means. This hash includes the message within. Okay, so exit. Okay, so let me connect to this one. Cisco enable. What was the password? Zayed123. Okay, conf ter. Okay, um, I guess we needed uh, to okay, we needed to exit. Okay, welcome to Zayed University. Yeah, 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 I got it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we go ahead and see some other tools. Now, the show running config is the one I'm practicing right now. Let me log in. Cisco, enable, Zayed, 123. Okay, show running config. It shows you all the configuration currently running, and those information are currently on your RAM. They are not yet stored on your NVRAM. So all our configuration are going in vain if we don't store them, if we don't create a backup copy. Creating a backup copy is very easy. It's piece of cake. Only what you need to do is to copy command. Use the copy command. Okay, and you need to mention from where to copy till where. Okay, so copy running config, which is the configuration you have them on your RAM, into startup config. So it's kind of telling your router, copy my RAM contents into my NVRAM contents. Okay, it's telling you after we hit enter return button, it tells you, do you like to have it with this destination file name? Always keep the default name, okay? Because by default your router, once you power on your router, gonna look for this file name, okay, by default. And here you go, we have your configuration stored and backed up on your NVRAM. Now what if you need to copy your startup config into your running configuration? Say I mess up a little bit with my configuration. I have two options, either to restart my router or to copy startup config into running config by doing the following command, by issuing the following command: copy start up config running config. Okay, destination file name, running configuration. The answer is yes. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, yeah, go ahead, Dr. Hussein. This is why we say the minute we issue the command, that command gonna take effect immediately. Let's say right now, I'm sending and receiving information between these two nodes. Okay, node number 1 from R1 and node number 2 from R2. I can go to the global configuration mode of this interface, and I can change the IP address or bring it down, and it will take effect immediately without even copying running config to startup config. And it can happen at all times. Router is a device that doesn't wait for us to reload it or to restart it or to do anything else. Always remember to copy your startup config in your running config into your startup config before you finish any task. And by the way, this is an important note for the final CCNA exam. Always they ask you, or most of the times they ask you, to copy your running config into your startup config before you submit your question, because in the final CCNA exam you are going to have a simulator just like this one. You will be given a task and you will configure the device. Okay, enable okay, end or exit.